What's going on, everybody? F4LESS Roller here. We out here flying the youngest kit. The youngest kit right here. 2024 kit. Look at them floating in the sky. Man, I got a few in there that's coming in pretty good. A few in there that's coming good. Look at that. They are actually setting up a while ago, but I missed a few big breaks. But this young kit has been starting to turn it on. I'm very happy with them. No complaints. Look at that. This is what we call the beehive. And this family of birds, they tend to do that beehive deal. But you just gotta let them be, and eventually they will start really working it. But not every family does that. Some family do, some family don't. This family does do it. And sometimes they'll do that for hundreds of feet. They're up there. I say they're like maybe like 200 feet up right now. And I'm zoomed in. You know, since I started getting into competition, I realized that I need to get outside my backyard to watch my kit fly, so that if the judge gets out here, he or she will have a spot where they can stand and watch the kit. My birds don't tend to fly away from the loft too much, so to me, I get to stand right underneath them, like right now, right? I don't really get to see them from the side view, but I get to see them from underneath. And I think what I need to start doing is throwing up the kit and running to the front yard or going into the street or something like that, so I can get a good view of what the judges will see when they get out here and watch my birds fly. And that's something to think about when you're getting into competition. No, I do not. I don't consider myself a hardcore flyer, but no, I have not seen it at all. But I do enjoy prepping the birds. I do enjoy prepping the birds and trying to understand them enough to get an idea of what really gets them cranking, right? I think that's the fun in competition. Winning is great, but if you get to know your birds at that level, it gets very interesting to me. When you get that in tune with your birds. So it's just something that I really enjoy, even if there's no competition. Just being able to know what gets your birds sprung up, what gets them energized to perform, is a good thing to know. So that's something I'm looking forward to. I'm also going to be changing the way I select birds. I just find it that everybody seems to get a little too picky when it comes down to selecting their stock. And it's okay to be picky. You gotta have a standard and you gotta stick by it. I'm not saying I'm letting all my standards go with this new method of mine, but I am definitely going to be trying something totally different as well. And oof. And like I said, you get to see the different selection you get to do. And this year, I wouldn't say this year because this year is almost done, but next year, what I'm doing this year towards the end here is that after the fall migration, I usually get a pretty good area to fly where I don't have any hawk attacks. Knock on wood. So I was going to put up all my birds again in the air, and that's breeders included, except for those key birds that are foundation birds. I'm gonna hold them back, but I've been slowly flying or reflying birds. And I'm not like punishing them because a lot of them have been put away for years, 3 4 years. So I'm not expecting them to come out like, oh yeah, that's a stock quality bird again, and but I have put them away and I have bred them, and they have produced me good babies. But what I'm gonna be doing just to juice things up a little bit, is I'm gonna change up the body style on my birds a little bit. I've been trying to do that for a while. Look, that's a half-tail bird. But yeah, I've been trying to do that for a while. I noticed that my birds have changed a little bit on body style. I don't like very chesty birds anymore. In the show pen, they look great, but in the sky, I just feel like, it's like a bodybuilder. You know what I mean? Like they're just too built, and that can affect the way they fly. So I'm going with a different body style, but I'm also going to like pick out a stiff bird. Yeah, you hear that right, a stiff bird. And they're coming down the land. It's getting dark here. And basically what I'll be doing is putting them on a hot bird. I got a hot bird in here, and that bird can roll her butt off. Woo! Can roll her butt off, and she is just, I don't like bumpers, but she has the right style. Man, when you see her let it go, she's got a good style on her. And when I talk about style, I'm talking about the quality of spin on her. She's got it right. So I'm gonna give her a shot, to see if it'll even go my way. Will it? I don't know. But you know what? If you want to win big, sometimes you gotta take big risks. Sometimes you gotta do things totally different from the next guy, or do things that people don't normally do. So, I'm all about trying new things. I'm all about willing to take a good bird and work around it and see how it goes. And it's only gonna be 1 or 2 pairs that I'll be doing this to. So who knows, right? That it'll work or not, but that's where your notes come into play. And it's just something to think about. And to me, it's become something that I really think is doable. I've been pondering about it for a while, but it's gonna change it up a little bit and see what happens. But I gotta feed the birds, so I gotta let you guys go. But I'm gonna emphasize and go more into detail and keep you guys updated. But I do want to say that whatever sickness I got in my loft seems to be under control. I have brought some newer birds back to my loft from a good friend, and they were not they haven't shown any sign of sickness. Even my homing pigeons that I brought a while ago back after I got started getting control of it, has shown like no sicknesses or nothing. So I'm very happy to. And then not only that, but I'm breeding birds, and my babies are nice and healthy right now. So I'm very happy that, you know, whatever virus that hit me didn't really take out all my birds, you know, because most times viruses will knock out like 80 or 90% of your birds. And for me to still have this many birds after that, I'm very, very happy with it. But you know, it is something that I want to put out there that, you know, like this year I wanted to donate to my viewers and my followers, um, and I couldn't do it, and it really like bothered me. But next year I do want to continue to move that trend of donating some birds to my followers. So I'm thinking next year I will try to put something together good for you guys. So whoever follows me, you know, I will just put your name in the drawing if you already commented. But you know, just again, you know, I do want to put that back out there, and you know, I do appreciate my followers, and you know, just as a thank you, you know, something fun to do. Birds have been extremely expensive lately, and you know, I feel like the hobby is getting in that little edgy area where it's almost a hobby, and then now it's almost like it used to be a poor man's hobby, right? Is how I look at it. And now it's like you gotta have money to fly birds. And honestly, you know, growing up we weren't rich. You know, we had to catch birds under the bridge. You know, my first roller was a bird I caught playing basketball at a church. Okay, that's the first roller I ever got. I caught it. And you know, like if I was to spend $200-300 on a bird, I would never get serious into it because I was a kid. I didn't have that kind of money, and if we continue running it like that, I feel like we're pretty much gonna make it more like a money hobby than anything else. And so, you know, I just kind of want to reach out to my followers and, you know, like new people too that's trying to get into it. You know, be some opportunity for them as well. Mainly, you know, like just anybody who has any interest, you know, would like to get you guys going. But we will talk more about it next year when breeding season starts. But this year, I think I'm doing one more round. I have about 34 babies right now that I just banded. A few more is gonna hatch, but you know, I put a few good, you know, all my Havoc Crew birds down. So, you know, I expect a full off or full kit. And next year, I won't need birds right away, so I'm thinking about donating my first round. But it all depends on my followers too, you know, because sometimes, you know, like shipping out a whole kit is not cheap anymore. But you know, if people are interested, you know, maybe I can ship out like 4-10 birds. I don't know. We'll talk about it more, like I said. But if you have an idea, like if you were to win, how many birds would you want? Comment. Let me know. I would like to know, so that when I do this, you know, like I'm able to help. I always tell people when you gift out 1, 2, 3 birds, you're not really helping anybody because it's gonna take them a long time to build a family or anything out of 1 or 2 birds, you know. But if you help somebody with like a kit or 10 plus birds, you know, you'll definitely move them in the right direction. So I just want to put that out there that I still think about what I'm gonna do for you guys. But all right, I'm gonna call these guys in. Let me know what kind of number would you guys like to see when you do win the, you know, the drawing or something like that. What kind of number of birds would you like to receive? Again, you know, box and shipping will be on the winner if you guys are out of state. Again, this is only for the guys in the United States. But you know, it's just something for you guys, and you know, just something that I feel like if I'm blessed, I would like to bless the people around me too. So, you know, just something that, you know, eventually, if we can get more people in the hobby, that's great. Like I said, it's more enjoyable with friends in it. So, you know, guys, just let me know, comment down below, and then we'll get started with that next year. Next year, I won't need the first round right away. So I'm thinking I'm either gonna donate some to the new guy starting here, or whoever my followers are. Let me know, and I'll try to figure something out with y'all. But all right, guys, effortless roller, we out.